Hello people, this is KP and I welcome you to the 12th video of our Python series. So as you can see, we are in the strings method part 2. So in the previous class, let me show you, we have discussed how to convert uppercase and lowercase and print string in the middle and finding the index number, how to convert bytes and finding the index position, starting index, and starts with, ends with, and how to trim or strip, and case swapping, and what else, filling zeros, etc. All right, so in this video we are going to see few more string methods. Okay, so let's start. So suppose there is a string, let me do text equals to, I am declaring a or suppose 1 2 3. Okay, now let's check if it is alphanumeric or not. What is alphanumeric? Alphanumeric is means containing alphabets and numeric values. So as you can see, it is containing alphabets as well as numeric, so it is a alphanumeric value. So how to check that? So for that we have text dot is alnum, lun, sorry, alnum, alnum. So what it will give? Yes, it's true. Okay, so let me put a space here, or double space, triple space, it's a string. Now let me check, it's false. Why? Because space is not inside alphabets or numeric value. Okay, so this is all about alphanumeric. Let me write also, check a string if it is alpha numeric or not. Okay, so this is the first method. Similarly, another example is alpha. What it means? Only alphabet or not. Let me copy the same thing. It will be going to the similar, it will work in the similar way. Check if a string is alphabet or not. Let me remove numeric part, alphabet or not. So suppose the same thing I am doing here, alpha, alpha. So is it a alphabet? No, because it contains numbers as well as this blank space. So just let me remove the blank space, and now if I do execute, it will again give false. Why? Because it is containing some numbers. Okay, so let me give another example of it. I'm just copying and pasting it over here, and instead of 1 2 3 I will give randomly some letters, alphabets. I'm just removing this comma because it will be giving false. Okay, so now let me print. Yes, it is true because all these are alphabets. So this is how you can check if a string is alphabet or not. So let's proceed. Similarly, we have something, how to check the number. Okay, so if the string is containing only digits or not. So let me print if a string is digit, digit, digit or not. So for that, suppose I'm doing text equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and it is okay. Let me proceed, then I will explain you. Here we are going to get an error. Okay, so let me show you. Text dot is digit. So see here, int object has no attribute is digit. So just pause the video for 5 seconds and think, can you say me what is the error here? So let me tell you, if it is, you can I hope you can see here we are going with string methods. Okay, so this should be a string, but as I have not given any comma, not comma, actually quotes either single quote or double quote or maybe triple quote. So now it is considered as a integer, not as a string. That's why it is saying int object has no attribute as each digit. So we have to make it as a string. How to make? I can do this, just put a double quote. So now if I do this, you can see true because all these are digits. Let me copy and show you. And once more, I am putting, suppose here, hyphen. Okay, this is not inside digit, so it should give false. All right, so now let's proceed again. So there is one method how to you can check like if it is all in lower what I can say, lower character or lower alphabets or not. I mean small case, lower case. Okay, let me copy. We are going to check if a string is in lower case or not. Okay, so I am giving text equals to, I am doing kp in small and suppose s in capital. So if this string has everything in lowercase, no, s is in capital. Okay, so let's check, it should give false. For this we have the method called text dot is lower. Okay, lower. Let me print, it is giving false. So if I do it small s, or I can remove this, now it should give true. Okay, similarly, as we have seen for digits, there is one more method for this, that is called numeric. Let me copy, and I don't want to do here, just clipping it and pasting it over here. Digit, or I can say numeric value. Okay, so this is all numeric value. So the method, another method for this is, instead of digit we can use numeric. Okay, is numeric. Yes, it is true. And let me copy this example and add with this, paste it over here, and instead of digit I am doing is numeric. Now let me execute. See here, it's giving false. Okay, so now there can be some string that is not printable. What I mean, let me show you. I am giving text equals to I am doing hello, I welcome you to my channel. It's a string, but I want here the new line will be printed. It means in the first line hello will be come up, and in the second line this statement will come. Okay, so for this I can put one escape string or escape sequence backslash n. Okay, now if I execute it and print print text, what you can see, hello is in first line, and in the second line the second part is coming. So now you just think, slash n, if it is printed, no, it's executed. Can you see slash n anywhere? No, you cannot see anywhere. This is not printable. So how to make it printable? I had already told you, you can just put a r, then you can see it is in single line and it is printing slash n. So just forget about this r and go with the normal way. So it is normally not printable. So this string contains something which is not printable. So how to check if this is printable or not? For this, let me go text dot. So the function or the method is printable, printable, is printable. Okay, and suppose I am directly printing it, or it is giving false. All okay, fine. so it is not printable. So let me show you. If I'm copying this same thing and pasting it over here, and I'm instead putting here one R. Okay, so now let me check. Yes, it is printable because slash n is now printed. I had already shown you previously manually with example. Okay, another way of doing this, let me copy again and pasting it over here. I'm removing this R, and instead of R you can just put another slash. Yes, this is also giving true. So if you do remember, all these things I have already explained in the last to last video, I think. Okay, so let me give a heading, and here, starting from here, right, I'm giving check if printable or not. Okay, all right, so let's proceed. So now let's check if a string contains any white space or not. Okay, so I'm giving text equals to double space or maybe some spaces, then I'm putting banana, then I'm putting some more spaces, then I'm doing text, the method name is space. Okay, so let me print, it's giving false. So if I do, okay, let me copy and paste it over here. If I just remove banana, so now it contains only white space. Now let us check. We're expecting true. So what this method checks is if the string is entirely white space or not. Okay, so if I'll just remove everything and just put suppose a dot, so it is not entirely white space, there is a dot, so it should give false. Yes, it is giving false. And this is entirely giving white space, so this is what it checks. So let me write here and let me copy from here. Check if a string, check, where is that, control V. Okay, let me write check, check if a string is completely white space or not, completely containing, not completely, I can write only. Okay, this is the exact meaning. Okay, so there is some methods which will help us to check if the string is in uppercase or not. As you have seen, something about lowercase, yes, is lower. Similarly, let me write here only. I'm doing here check if a string is in uppercase or not. Let me copy and paste it over here, and I'm just removing lower, instead of I'm using upper, APPER, and I'm just converting KP into, let me show you, this is UPPER. So P is in capital but K is in lower, so we are expecting false here. Let's see. Yes, it is giving false. So if I do capital K, so now we are expecting true. Yes, it is absolutely true. So similarly, we have seen in the last class something about title. What title does? Title actually converts the first character into capital. See here, there is Python only small, so it converts this. Okay, so now we can check the same thing is title. Okay, so check if the string is a title or not. Let me give text equals to, I am writing capital P Python, remove the space, don't give, it will be counted or executed. Okay, so as you can see, P is in capital, so it is in title, or it's a title. So how can check? Text dot is title. Yes, it is giving true. Let me change. I am just making it, or I'm giving some spaces. Okay, you can also see it is P is like the string or the characters are starting from P, so it is in title. Or I can do small p. Here you can see it is false. So just remember this point only. This is not about only capital P, it is also about considering this white space. Okay, now let's proceed. Anything else? Let me remember. I think there is split function. Split we have discussed, I think. That is strip we have discussed. Okay, so there is also something called split. Let me just remember. I cannot remember. Okay, split. Let me try. So text equals to, suppose, kp, or let me give python, and I'm doing text dot split and executing it. So actually it returns a list. Okay, so we have not discussed yet about list, so let's wait for the list, tuples, dictionary and sets to be discussed, and after that we will be discussing all these things. So we can put here, I think. So this is one facility from Jupyter Notebook. So see here, this is a function. Okay, so we don't know how many arguments or parameters are accepted here, so we can just keep my cursor inside these brackets, and I can press shift plus tab. Okay, what I should press? Let me write shift plus, sorry, shift plus tab. So it will give one help. Let me show you. Shift plus tab. See here, signature text dot split, separator is none, max rate -1. These are the two arguments they support. If I do here plus, let me go up. If I do here plus, so here you can find the explanation. Okay, so what it does, returns a list of words in the string using separator as a delimiter string. So if you know something about delimiter means, suppose if you have worked in MySQL database, there normally the delimiter is colon. Okay, similarly we can change the delimiter. This is all about that. So let me show you one example. If I do, suppose here y, so it will split with respect to y. See here, it just splitted something like this and something like this. So p is one side and thon is one side, so it is splitted with respect to y. Okay, so also we have discussed in this video about split function, and let me write python. Okay, and how to check if the string is title or not, or containing white space or not, if the string is printable or not, uppercase, lowercase, numeric, alphanumeric, digit and alphabets. All right, so we have discussed a lot about string methods. This was the first part and this is the second part. Okay, so that's all guys for this video. In the next part we will be starting about list, tuples and dictionaries and all. So stay tuned. Those are the data structure, inbuilt data structure of Python, I can say. Those are very important. Okay, so stay tuned guys, and thank you so much. I hope you have understood the points, string methods, etc. I was able to explain everything. I tried to give example and all. Okay, that's all guys. See you in the next video. Stay tuned and thank you so much.